What is up, guys? It's Midwest Raider coming at you on my YouTube channel, also DJ Martini Midwest and DJ Martini Services on Facebook. So hey guys, just coming at you with a new video with my Denon DJ Prime 4. I have had this for a while and I've been messing with it. To be truthful for you guys, I have not got to gig use this yet, but I am dying to do so. I just haven't found that perfect gig to use it yet. I definitely been wanting to use it for some house type parties, but I've actually having really good luck with video DJing right now that they've actually wanted me to bring that instead. So I haven't got to use this piece of equipment, but I am dying to use it. It would be very awesome for that type of party, just to have it for a party, be able to have all my music right there with me. No need for a laptop, with the title feature on the update to be able to download music and then have it at your fingertips for an adult type party. Don't have to worry about clean songs or anything like that, and it would be simple and easy, and you could just have fun DJing. Wouldn't have to worry about all that technical stuff behind the boards. But other than that, I just kind of wanted to go over it a little bit, give you my opinions, my thoughts on the Denon DJ Prime 4, its features, its build quality, and everything around it. I'm going to try to do this as quickly as possible, so I don't have a super long video, but you guys just stick with me and hang out and see what you guys think as well. So when I first bought this, it was very overwhelming. I've never had a piece of equipment like this. I know a lot of DJs have started out and they have awesome equipment like this, but I did not get to start out that way. I had a lot of, like I said, used type items. I had, every kind of controller, old school controller, and every kind of smaller controller. And I have every kind of like actual mixer. 2 turntables, CDJs when they came out, and a mixer. I've had realistic mixers that kind of dates me back there. Radio Shack mixers actually worked very good back in the day, and they were just set up a little bit different. So you had your even a 4-channel mixer, and then you had your CDJs, and that's kind of what you did. So when you have an all-in-one piece like this, to me that was a little overwhelming. Plus it was set up a little bit different than normal mixers. But now that I've gotten used to it, it's really no different than having all those pieces separately, just maybe a little bit more cumbersome and heavy trying to lug that all in one piece. But other than that, it's really no different than all that together, guys. So I think it's a little bit on the heavy side, but that's what you're going to get when you put all these pieces together. So I really have no issue with it now. Now that I'm familiar with it a little bit, I still have some times where I got to remember how to do something, but I'm getting a lot better and I've got to use it a lot more. So from a build type perspective, this thing is built awesome, guys. It's really has a little bit of plastic on the bottom, but all the top has metal fascia. Very nice. Screen, pretty sturdy. Been tapping around on it, and everything is good to go. All the buttons and knobs feel really good. The pads feel nice. The faders are very nice and smooth, except for the crossfader. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But other than that, guys, build quality, this thing really hit it out of the park. I really like cosmetically how it looks. It looks great, very fancy, very future-esque, to make it look very just crazy. And that's probably what kind of makes you feel overwhelmed if you had no idea what this did. That you're like, wow, all these things are blinking and flashing and lights and everything. But really, once you get down to using it, it's like no other piece that you've used. It is like other pieces that you've used, but in its own perspective as being the Prime 4, it's different compared to other stuff. So it has its difference, and it's same as any kind of DJ equipment, but just different ways that they can put that stuff on the controller. So very cool piece of equipment. So let's go ahead and face you down and get you we'll look at the controller. What is up, guys? It's Midwest Raider. I'm jumping back, and I want to go into this Denon DJ Prime 4 standalone DJ controller. So it's been a while, but now that I've had some time with this, I can really show you guys how to use it and what I think, my opinions, my blog, my positives, negatives, what it has on it, and we'll just go over it really quickly as fast as I can and show you what I think and show you a couple features that I think are cool as well. So when I first got this, like I said, I was a little overwhelmed because it's just a big bulky controller in my opinion when I got it. But now that I've had time to use it, I realized that, you know, it's about standard for how big CDJs would be, a 4-channel mixer, and then a little bit extra for your mics and your zone input. And then if you had, you know, a laptop or tablet, it all makes sense proportionally for me now. But when I got it, I was just a little bit overwhelmed about all the buttons and what everything did. But now that I've gotten used to it, it definitely is all coming together, and I realize that it's, you know, not too big for a controller like this. So for everything that it does, it definitely all makes sense. So let's jump into it now, and I'll show you a little bit about it. Show you all the features here. I like to keep things simple. We'll start with the pitch fader, and then we'll just work our way around and up there. But pitch faders, the knobs and buttons and everything are very smooth. I do love the way they feel. They have a nice feel with a little bit of tension, and I do like that. You have your performance modes up here. You have hot cue, loop, roll, slicer, your shift button, beat grid controls down here, your touch pads, which feel very nice, guys, and they're very responsive. Very nice. Your play, pause, cue, a sync button, your beat jump. You can easily jump to forward and back through the song. So you can easily go, let's go to 2. You can easily skip through the song, as you can see I'm doing, or you can skip right back to the front with your track skip, or you can skip to the next track easily on your playlist if you just hit the track skip again. You have your manual loops up here to make loops. You have a sensor button, which is very cool, guys. I'll explain that a little bit later, but the sensor, basically it'll reverse the track a little bit and then start after that point where you started to reverse it, so you can take out that word or whatever you'd like. Say there's always that one song that has that bad word in it that you don't want at a wedding or something. That could help you there. You have your FX banks up top. I'll go through these really quick, but you'll know when they're on because there's an on button there. You have a reset, you have your beat, frequency, and pan knobs, all adjustable. And then you have ping pong, auto gate, flanger, filter, phaser, bit crush, roll, reverse roll, beat break, scratch, reverb, echo, delay, hall echo, and then back to your ping pong. You have a master volume up top, you have a zone, and you have a booth, and then you have 2 USB flash drive readers and 1 SD card reader, which is very good because I like the thought to have that when you're at a wedding and you have certain songs that you're going to be playing at that wedding. You always want a physical flash drive copy of those. No matter if you have those songs or not, just in case. I'm always hate to have to stream any of those songs. I always want a physical copy of them, and you could easily plug them in there and switch to them very quickly if you needed to do that. So it's nice to have those. Or say somebody brings you up some music and they can easily hook them up that way. So do like that. So the zone feature is kind of a selling point on this. It gives you the ability to play. You have your dance floor here with your decks here, but you wanted to play another room and you wanted to play cocktail music, or say those people just wanted some different type of music in there. They're not dancing, they're just sitting, relaxing, having a good time, and you want to play separate music over there, a little bit more chill. You have the opportunity to do that. You go to zone, it'll prompt you to go to deck 4, and then you'll pick a crate or a playlist, and it'll just play that playlist like an auto playlist. It'll play that from top to bottom, start to finish there. Very cool. You have a volume, low, high, and then you have your booth as well, volume and low, high. So it's very, very cool feature on this controller, which was kind of one of the selling points on this as well. So let's jump into the 4-deck mixer. You have 4 channels, all adjustable. You have your FX banks up top. You have a level for that, so you can go to this side's FX or FX2 on this side, and you can pick in between with the click of a button. You have high, mid, low, an FX sweep, which I'll explain in a second. You have your Q for your headphones. You have your up faders. Like I said, and the up faders feel very nice. You have your adjustable through for your crossfader on your left and your right. And then your FX sweep FX at your fingertips here right by the crossfader for transitioning, which is awesome. I'll explain that in a second as well. Your level for your headphones, and then you're able to adjust how you want to hear your mix in your headphones. 2 UV meters here, so you can see the music. You can see that I can get that going there. You have a toggle to go through your browser, and then you have your load buttons here and your back and forward buttons to go back in between your touchscreen there. Everything is the same equally on all the 4 channels. The only thing I have issues with this setup is I just wish this was channel 1 and this was 3. I understand why they had to separate it, but I just, because I'm old school and I've had old school mixers, I just always think this is channel 1 and it's actually channel 3. It took me a little training to remember that these are 1 and 2, and then they have 3 on the outside. I just wish this was 1. What do you guys think? Give me your personal opinions, some feedback on that. Let me know if you think this should be 1 and this should be 3, and those should be switched around. But just personal preference, but tell me what you guys think. The touchscreen, very responsive. They also gave you the opportunity with the beta to stream music. And I'm sorry I'm going so fast, guys, but I'm just trying to get this in quickly and give you as much information as possible. But yes, you do have the beta to stream music through Tidal. I currently have that. And so you can go to your Tidal and you can search music very quickly. And, whatever you want through Tidal, and you're able to search. You can also go back quickly to your actual hard drive as well and play any music from there. And you can switch in between very quickly. So it's very, very cool to have a streaming service now available and Wi-Fi on this controller. Like I said, the touchscreen is very responsive, very good. You can quickly go through everything. You just pick what you want, and then you can load it that simply. You can also load it that way by dragging it over, and you can pick what deck you would like to put it on. So very, very, very cool. You can go back to your waveform. If you hold the button down, you'll go to your source for your preferences, utility, and record. And then you also have a drop down little menu for your stop time. You can hit record there as well, and then your continue and quantize. And over in the corner, here's your Wi-Fi. You can drop that back up. And like I said, with a little click, you can go to your browser. This is the horizontal waveform, but when it first came out, you actually only had vertical waveforms, which you can go to this way. But I did like the vertical waveforms because you do have the option to still have a browser in there. So that's kind of cool. So I tend to use that too as well. So it is cool. I think this is a good size. It's good feel. It has a little kickstand on the back. You can definitely adjust it how you want it. But I think everything works good. I have no issues with anything on the actual touchscreen itself. Works very good. And I like how they set everything up as well. So, I have no issues, guys. This is all the same, guys. Like I said, your vinyl and slip modes up top. I like the platters. And then you have an FX, same as the other side. And then over here you have your mics. So you have mic 1 and 2, and you have a talk over button. You have on and off. So you do have to remember to turn your mics on and off. Your level, low, mid, high, and then you have an echo you can put on the mics. You have an adjustment for the echo, and then on mic 2 you only have low and high, and you have a level for that as well. And like I said, you have to remember to turn your mics on. So if your mics didn't have an actual on switch, you could, you know, shut them off that way with the button, which is kind of cool. So mic check, mic check, mic check. See, that works very good. You also have a talk over button here. So if I played some music here, mic check, mic check, mic check. You see that it mutes the music as I talk over it. So pretty cool. And I do like the on and off. So if you have a microphone that doesn't have an on and off button, you can actually turn it on and off. It's a cool feature. And you notice as the track is playing, it shows that in the platter, and then it shows you where it is as you're moving the platter as well. So forward and minus adjust. Like I said, I also like how everything stays color coordinated, and you can adjust the colors in your preferences on what colors you would like each deck to be. But I do like how it stays color coordinated. So say you want to load a track now on deck 4, you switch to deck 4 and you pick your song, and then you load a deck 4, and red is your deck 4. If you were to go back to 2, then you know blue. Orange is your deck 1 here, or is the way I have it set up, but whatever color you pick, but it stays color coordinated. So then I go to green, and I know that I'm loading onto green, which is my deck 3. So very cool how they keep it all organized and everything. I do like that very much. Let's go to this. I'd like to skip to the back of that. So I'll show you on my, it's very easy to set hotkeys. I already have this one full, but we can go to something on this side over here. We can go to hotkeys. I have a free one here. So say I wanted to set a hotkey just right at the right here. Easily can just hit the button. Notice I have Q8 there. It's blue. If I want to erase that, I just hit Shift and erase it. Loop, same way. I would just hit loop. I press the button. It's going to set a flag for a loop. Oop, I don't want to do that. Set a flag for a loop. And then I would let the song play for how long I want the loop, and then I would just hit the button again, and it'll set that loop. If I want to erase, I just hit Shift and erase it. The rolls, pretty similar with the rolls. We'll use this side because I have this set up over here, but I'll show you the hotkeys real quick.
DJ Martini Midwest.
So you can see the touchpads are very responsive, and I definitely like the way they work. We go to the roll. The slicer. So you can see that it's very reactive, everything that you can use, like I said, with the wash and the sweep FX and the slicers and the rolls and everything that's quickly at your fingertips. I definitely like it. Another feature that I like, guys, really quick, is that when you load, we can go here, and this is off of Tidal here. So let's go to my browser. I am currently on Tidal. I'll just search anything right now. There we go. Now I'll load this song. Now I've never downloaded this song ever, so notice it erased all my hot cues. There's no hot cues on Tidal. So, but now I'll go back to Tidal and I will search a song that I've played before. Oh, there we go. Oops. Put it in wrong real quick. All right, I'm going to load that up and watch. Since I played it once on Tidal and I've set hotkeys, it remembers all my hotkeys. So that is very cool, guys. I really like that. And I was searching off Tidal right there, and you can see it was actually pretty fast. Everything was good to go. I have all my hotkeys. I'm ready to DJ right now. So you can see I'm absolutely ready to DJ right off the bat. I have my hot cues in there, and it's very, very cool. So I definitely like that feature about having it's saving some of the settings for you as well through Tidal, which helps. I think that's let me show you one more thing, guys. I'm going to show you the sensor button real quick. All right, so we want to take that word out. I'm going to hit that censor button. See how it does that? Very cool feature, and to have that button right there, easy access to you. You don't have to hit FX, find it or anything. It's just on the board right there, and you just hit it. Now, it was already a clean version, but you want to make it more clean and you want to take that word out. It definitely is very cool. So you can see that censor button can help you in a bind, especially if you know that it's coming up. So it's very, very cool. I do like that censor button. Works very good. So this has been a very, very quick overview, guys. If you guys want anything in further detail or anything, please let me know. This has been Midwest Raider on my channel, showing you a quick overview of the Denon DJ Prime 4 standalone controller. Tell me what you think of these standalone controllers. Tell me what you think about not having a laptop anymore. Let me know what you guys are thinking out there on this. If you guys want to know like I said, anything else too, let me know. But this has been the quickest little review. There's so much on here that I could show you guys, but I just wanted to kind of get the basics out there and tell you what's going on with this. Really quick, on the back, of course, you do have some RCA outputs and inputs. You do have XLR inputs as well. On the front, you have your headphone jack. You have a 3.5 millimeter jack and a quarter jack. You have all your channels, and you have buttons to toggle through. So if you wanted to hook up CD players or record players, you can switch in between those with your 4-channel mixer. And then you also have some crossfader adjustments as well. And you can have a fader start on and off. I don't have that on, but if you were to turn it on, and when you turn your fader, it'll automatically start that song. So you can see how that worked. I don't have that on, but cool little feature. By a click of a button, you can have automatic fader start. So a couple more little things there, but that's about it, guys. I would definitely suggest getting a hard case for this if you're going to be traveling a lot with it. But other than that, it's very well built, very strong. I do like it a lot, guys. I can't say much. I can't not say a lot about it because I do like it so much. I don't have a lot of negatives. Like I said, I just real nitpicky negatives about the channels on the mixer. But other than that, I really don't have a lot of negatives about it. The sound is good. The buttons and knobs are all pretty much where I want them. The touchscreen is very active and good. Touch pads are nice. Platters are nice. Crossfader is good, but I wish it had a little bit more to it for tension. But other than that, guys, I think everything is really good about this controller. I really like everything about it. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks for tuning in. It's been Midwest Raider, and I think I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for tuning in.